there, it's Ange. Thank you for tuning into Starlight Wellness and to my December Astrology 2017 report. This is my last report of this year of 2017, and I'm going to be going over the full moon in Gemini that we had at the beginning of this month and the new moon in Sagittarius that we have today, December 18th, 2017. And there's a lot of information that I'm covering because I missed the last new moon cycle. The last full moon video. So I'm going to be going over both of those aspects in this report. So there's going to be a lot of information to cover. On top of that, there's a lot of planetary transits at the end of this year that are happening, and so there's a lot of information to cover just on that level as well. So bear with me as we go over all the subjects for this final astrological transit. I hope it provides you beautiful assistance on your ascension path and journey. I provide intuitive astrological guidance specifically for people on an ascension path or for twin souls or for anyone interested in really elevating their inner dialogue and healing themselves through astrological information. So I'm just going to go over some of the main themes that I'm going to be covering in this video. So we have the Sagittarius new moon today at 26 degrees on November 18th. Now that's an important numerological code right there, but I'm not going to get into that right now. The most important thing that's happening at this new moon is that it is highlighting the Galactic Center. It's 1 degree from the Galactic Center, and the Galactic Center is like the galactic center of our Milky Way, of the cosmic co-creation, where we were all co-created, or where the whole cosmos was created. And so the Galactic Center is such an important and impactful degree that can be aspected at the new moon. So I'm going to go over what that means for all of us. Secondly, I'm going to be going over the full moon in Gemini at 11 degrees and why there was 5 different 11 degrees planets that were aspected at that full moon. Finally, I'm going to go over Saturn and Capricorn. Saturn is currently in Sagittarius for the new moon, but it's going to be moving into Capricorn on December 20th. And this is a huge change because it's going into its home planet. And what's more important is that it's happening just 2 days after the new moon. And the new moon is about manifestation. And Saturn is a very restrictive planet. It's a planet that wants you to review and reflect and discipline yourself. And when it moves into Capricorn, it really pushes us to create our dreams and pushes us to reach our fullest potential or our goals. And that's another important theme that's going to be highlighted at this new moon. Finally, I have 2 drawings here at the bottom, which is going to be discussing specifically information about the Galactic Center and what that means for our healing journey, and why it's aspecting the stars in the Pleiades Star system called Alcyone. So it's a huge transit. It's a huge shift in the polarities between masculine and feminine right now. And there's just so much evidence of that coming through the astrology. And so thank you for tuning into my station. These two drawings here at the bottom with the Alcyone star in the Pleiades star system and one of the brightest stars called Sirius are also being aspected during this new moon. And it talks about the polarity between masculine and feminine and bringing that back into harmony because it's aspecting the galactic center all the way down to the planet Earth. And it's the star Alcyone is bringing in the feminine qualities and energy to our galaxy and our Milky Way, to our sun, and to planet Earth, Mother Gaia herself. So it's really important for us to look at these stars and why they're being aspected at this new moon right now, and why the degrees have been 11 and 26 for the last month or two, and they will continue to be so until the eclipses in 2018, about February, March of next year. And so there's this huge focus on relationships, on soulmates, on balance between masculine and feminine, and the twin energy. And because of all these alignments and shifts and patterns, we're seeing a lot of changes in our relationships for this reason. A lot of push to make decisions to follow our life path and purpose and mission on the planet through our hearts, through the divine feminine aspects of ourselves, our creative aspects, our passionate aspects, our soul nature aspects. And as we do that, we align and balance the masculine and feminine polarities between ourselves, within ourselves, and within our relationship if we're looking for that romantic partner. Okay, so I'm going to dig into all the transits that we have going on as briefly as possible because there's so much information that's coming through. So let's start with the new moon. It's at 26 degrees in Sagittarius, and it's on December 18th. Today's December 18th. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 is a call to mission. It's a light worker code number. 9 is also representative of Sagittarius. 9 is the seeker of truth, right? And Sagittarius is the seeker of truth, of the highest truth, what is 100% truth, the highest wisdom. And so we have a call to action to seek truth at this new moon. And there is, I'm going to quote a lovely astrologer at foreverconscious.com. Let's just go back here. Where are we? Yes. She makes a very, very awesome observation and talks about the Galactic Center as well. She says here, this new moon is also significant because it falls 1 degree from the Galactic Center. In astrology, the Galactic Center is believed to hold a powerful force that delivers energy upgrades and rapid awakenings. So why is that so important? The Galactic Center, if it's aspected in our astrological new moon planetary shift that's happening right now, it's guiding us towards our Dharma. It's guiding us towards our true north. So it's the Rahu in Vedic astrology. It's what we came here to do, our true passions, our truth, right? Our true selves, not the darker aspects of our personalities or astrological personalities, but the higher aspects, our highest potential. And so when this aspect is coming into this harmonious balance between Sirius, which is the masculine star, and Alcyone, which is the feminine star, and it's triangulating to the galactic center with planet Earth, it's creating like this triangle of energy around our body, literally like triangulating our whole physical vessel to bring the masculine and feminine into divine harmony and balance, so that we can finally attune ourselves to our true north, to our dharmic path, to our life purpose and mission. And so there's no coincidence at this time I've been giving out a lot of birth chart reading and star maps for friends and family, because it's really important for everyone at this time to know what their dharma is, to know their highest potential, what their life path is here on the planet right now. And that's what the Galactic Center is pointing to bring us into that divine harmony. Now, I'm going to talk about the Gemini full moon that just happened as well. So the full moon in Gemini happened December 3rd, and Mercury went retrograde at the same time. Mercury is the ruler of communications, and it's one of the rulers of Gemini. And when it goes retrograde, it almost like delays communication. It creates misperceptions in communication. But what's interesting about this full moon is that it happened at Gemini at 11 degrees. The sun in Sagittarius was at 11 degrees. Neptune in Pisces was at 11 degrees. Jupiter in Scorpio was at 11 degrees. And Mercury was at 29 degrees in Sagittarius, and 2 + 9 = 11. Also, 29 degrees is a very auspicious astrological degree, which is the music of the spheres. And so we have this huge like portal, like spheres. Think of spirals, and that's why I have these spirals here, because the Galactic Center is all about spirals, like the spirals of creation of the cosmos. How, you know, we have Earth spiraling, and we have all the planets spiraling around the sun and the Earth and so forth. Everything has this circular music of spheres. And so that's why this 29 degree is so potent, because it's trying to align us to understand how our highest cosmic reality is all connected through this spiraling kind of circular motion. And now the 11 degrees, why was there like 5 different planets at 11 degrees? Again, in my last video, I was talking about the 11-26 degree cycle that started for the new and full moons since October. And it's going to be running at 11 degrees and 26 degrees for every new and full moon until about February or March, which is the eclipse season. Why is that so auspicious? 11, like I said, astrologically is the sign of the twins. Gemini rules the twins, and it happened at 11 degrees on the full moon. And it's also the sign of partnerships or romance or twins or relationships. And so there is a huge emphasis for love, for romantic partnerships, to activate the twin soul energies that are happening on the planet right now, to bring twins and soulmates together in divine balance. And again, the 26 degrees, which is the opposite, every new and full moon is cycling between 11 and 26. 2 + 6, the 26, 2 + 6 = 8. And 8 is the divine infinity code, bringing heaven to earth, the yin and the yang, the masculine, feminine, the dark and the light, and the infinity of our co-creation on the planet. And so we have this amazing gateway opening right now of energetic influx to align masculine and feminine energies in a perfect divine harmony and bring twin souls and soulmates together. That's part of the reason why we have these numerological sequences that are happening all the way into the eclipses in 2018. Now let's look at the year that we're in right now. So we're ending 2017. Hurrah, 2017 is over and we're entering a new year. We're entering 2018. 2017 was equals to 10, the 1 and the 0, the alpha and the omega, which is one of the videos I made a few months ago if you want to go back and look at that. And so there was a huge focus of 1 equals new beginnings, starting something new, but actually, in fact, what it was the realization of the alpha and the omega. And the omega is the darker, the shadow aspects, the feminine aspects that have been hidden. Because like I said, 0 is almost like it's like an empty space, like a space of nothingness, right? And so it's the balance of that spark of light with the divine feminine, which is the co-creation, the creation from nothing, from the cosmos, from the Galactic Center. And we're entering now, so we're ending this 27 alpha omega 10 sequence, and we're entering into 2018. And 2018 equals 11. So the Gemini full moon at 11 degrees, which is rotating to 2611, 2611, all the way until the eclipses, and until about March 2018, is highlighting the new year that equals 11 degrees. 2018 equals 11. And that's the twin code, balance, polarity, masculine, feminine, union, harmony, manifestation of partnerships, manifestation of balance in our lives. Whether you're not looking for a partner, it's coming into divine balance between inside yourself of the masculine and feminine polarities within you. And so 1 + 1 = 2, 2 equals partnerships. So it's a sign of having faith, and it's a sign of being flexible and compromising. And what do we need to do in partnerships? We need to be flexible. We need to compromise to have successful relationships occur and to bring that union into harmony. So, okay, huge transits, as you can see, that highlight these masculine, feminine polarities and this divine twin soul, soulmate relationships or partnerships that want to come into balance. So another really important aspect right now is that just after this full moon in Gemini, which had Mercury go into retrograde in Sagittarius, we had Chiron in Pisces that went direct. So that means some healing has occurred. Chiron is the healer in Pisces. Pisces has to do with spiritual healing. So when it's moving direct, that means that we've occurred some new level of spiritual healing, some new level of spiritual thought, some upgrades to our spiritual conceptions and spiritual truths that we know about the planet. So that's a really beautiful full moon that we had in Gemini. And now we're in the new moon in Sagittarius, and we're already in the Sagittarius season. And it is aspecting the Galactic Center at 26 degrees. So we have this infinity code, this 26 degrees, which equals 8. And we have the star Sirius and Alcyone being aspected to the Galactic Center. And Alcyone, the star, is spiraling down through all the Pleiades star system into our Milky Way galaxy, to our sun and to our Earth, bridging the divine feminine energy to the planet to bring it back into harmony, to bring back the harmony of the masculine and the feminine energies within ourselves and collectively outside, like in our earth experience. And so that means the return to creativity, the return to feminine expression, the return to nurturing aspects, to being more accepting and acknowledging, being more like the mother for all, loving all of humanity, like being at one with all of humanity, and it's healing Mother Earth. And so there's no coincidence that I was reading this book called The Pleiadian Agenda, The New Cosmology for the Age of Light. Because as we are getting kind of activated at this new moon with new energy, with new light codes, golden rays, silver platinum rays, rainbow rays, all these rays are coming to the planet to help us heal this feminine energy that's been out of balance, and to overcome the patriarchal system that has kind of lingered in our human existence for centuries. So it's finally coming into balance, and we are entering into what is called the age of Aquarius. So it's a new age of light, and that's why all these light energies are coming to the planet right now. And so there's a few passages in this book that I wanted to read to you that explains further how that goes about. So in the Pleiades, Earth's age of Aquarius is known as the age of light of Gaia, a time when the third star out of the Alcyone spiral, Maya, so this is the spiral, along with the eighth star, your sun, move into the photon band together. In your legends, this is a story of the return of the twin. So you see the return of the masculine and feminine twin energy into balance. And it goes on to say Alcyone always remains in the photon band because it is the progenitor of one of many Milky Way stellar spirals. Van Gogh, one of the many incarnated Pleiadians during the grand cycle, was imprisoned because he painted stars as spirals. As a Pleiadian, he naturally was free and creative, yet he felt totally trapped in linear space and time, and this terrified him. Now, your scientists are seeing that some of the stars do form spirals of light in empty space. Van Gogh could actually see the spirals form a star, which is the faculty of multidimensional sight. It's a time for Van Gogh and all the great artists who have excited you by enabling you to see beyond the realm and to be freed from your prison. Yes, a renaissance is happening on Earth once again. If you doubt this, observe the children of Earth. Study Van Gogh's star paintings, for they will help you see your own sun is actually part of the Pleiades. So that's such a beautiful invitation for us to start to see the 29-degree cycle, which is the music of the spirals, music of the spheres that connect all the stars and all the planets and our Earth to everything in a higher galactic or cosmic reality. It goes on to say here, as you enter Aquarius, the women as the daughters of Earth will be the first players on the stage as Pleiadian storytellers. This has already begun. We Pleiadians do not express ourselves via sexual gender, but we are the guardians of the goddess, and we have a very feminine vibration. As we speak of women, we speak of Gaia in each of one of you. Your male and female selves are both goddess and god, and as Earth has witnessed an overabundance of male energy, we Pleiadians are here to help you awaken to the goddess within. So you can see how this energy, you know, in a allegorical and storytelling manner is trying to return that goddess sensual, divine feminine back to the planet. And that's what's being brought back into harmony with all these astrological transits, with these numerological sequences, bringing that spiral energy of our cosmic reality back into focus. You know, this is an amazing book for anyone who wants to read it, actually, and to get further insight into this awareness. But it does also say here why it's important to tune into astrology at this time, especially as we are shifting the planet from one age, the age of Pisces, into the age of Aquarius. And it says here, without geocentric astrology, it is very difficult for most of you to master your emotional bodies, to be objective and observational about your day-to-day activities. Fifth dimensional astrological science offers you freedom to be from being stuck in your linear time, since it analyzes and describes the qualities of time. You can also examine the planetary cycles, delineate their qualities, and prepare yourself for various periods of your life. Astrology enables you to look how the drama of life is artificially pressed into the past, present, and future. This enables you to gain perspective of the dramas, potentialities, and spirits impulsing you. Once you master this level of self-observation or reflection, then you realize that your access to the other worlds is available precisely in these feelings. Feelings are awesome because they are non-physical vibrational fields that is resonating in the fourth through the ninth dimension. You know, and it goes on to say a little bit more about that. And you have here the beautiful spiral Alcyone star that goes through the Pleiades star system to our sun and to our Milky Way galaxy right here. And all the astrology that we have, obviously. And so that's the Palladian agenda. This is a very, you know, controversial kind of book, but it does have a lot of astrological insights into astrological and planetary transits and cycles. It talks about the Pleiades star system a little bit more in depth. And so I do recommend this book by Barbara Hand-Clow for anyone who is interested. But that being said, there's still so many subjects that I didn't get a chance to go over, just because there's so much energy coming through for the end of this year. So as I was saying, we have the Sagittarius new moon. New moons are all about new beginnings, new cycles, starting something fresh. It's in the sign of Sagittarius, the archer, seeker of the truth, only the divine, real truth. So we're coming and receiving revelations of truth at this time in our lives. We might experience new truths in our life because of this new moon. And we're going to be guided to take the action steps because this is a fire sign. We're going to be guided to take action steps to follow that truth, our true purpose, our true mission, our true love. This is what we're going for. It's all about what's true. And it's at the Galactic Center at 1 degree. Galactic Center is our true creation, birth creation. It's our true north. It's our dharma. It's our life path and purpose. It's aligning us to that. Gemini full moon at 11, Sagittarius new moon at 26, 11/26, 11/26, 11/26 cycle. Again, talks about aligning us to our true love, to our true soulmate. Aligning masculine and feminine on the earth, within ourselves and collectively on the planet. How do we do that? Well, unfortunately, we have to look at the situation how it really is. There has been an overemphasis of masculine energy on the planet. There's too much patriarchal, masculine ways of living. And so the divine feminine is coming into balance with Sirius. Sirius, the star, is representative of the masculine. Alcyone, star of the feminine from the Pleiades, coming into a divine triangulation with the Galactic Center to planet Earth. So our bodies are now receiving this energy to balance this, and so is planet Earth. The divine feminine, the divine goddess, is coming back to the planet to help restore this into harmony again. And she's sending waves of energy to do that. It's a beautiful time. That being said, I had an awesome and beautiful quote from GaiaBlooming.com. Like, what are the odds? Gaia, Mother Earth, blooming.com. Of course, she's blooming right now. Gaia is blooming at this new moon of Sagittarius. She's starting a brave new world. This new moon is the start of an age of Aquarius. It's the age of light. We are coming in to a higher frequency reality where the feminine is in balance with the masculine, and this energy is light energy. And so our body templates, our DNA structure through this triangulation is being reframed into a 12-strand DNA system. This 12-strand DNA system that is working through the energetic pathways of light, spiral types of energy, cosmic energy, aligning us on quantum levels, is healing our bodies, mind and soul. And so this is why medications and mental health issues simply do not exist in the fifth dimension, because it's working on a 12-strand system, and even the imposition of medications just don't work, or they won't work as expected, because our physical vessels will not be with that frequency no longer. We're moving into a frequency that works healing pathways on different levels, not on the third dimensional chemical carbon-based frequencies, but more of a crystalline, more of a, there's a whole alchemical process that is changing, and that's the triangulation. And so that's when I say we're moving into the fifth dimension where mental health issues simply do not exist. This is why. Okay, this is why our DNA structure is being enlightened with a whole different type of quantum level healing happening. So let's go back to the new moon that's being connected to Uranus, the asteroid Pallas, and Chiron. Wow. She talks about this, and I quote, "This is a power-packed connection. Uranus and Pallas in Aries is helping us shift and release old patriarchal energies we are still holding on to that are holding us back from fully embracing who we are." Over and over again, we are all unique and have our own vibrational imprint that we give off and feed into the collective. But if we all got together and talked about things that we carry, we would finally find out that many of us have similar shadows, etc., etc. And we are breaking through the conditionings that have kept us from that. Uranus is helping us relieve these energies and get in touch with the distortions that are keeping us from stepping fully into our being. Chiron is connecting this with healing. So many of these situations do have karmic and old wound ties where we are finally letting these things go. And then she goes on to say the new moon is also quintile between Neptune and Saturn. And it bears mentioning because Neptune is at 11 degrees again, and Saturn at 29 degrees, 29, the music of spirals, astrological code. Also 2 + 9 = 11, so another 11 potency, master degree numbers. And it's important to talk about this because these are master lessons that are finally allowing us to show up in faith in our true selves, our true love, our true mission, our true light body, our true health, whatever it may be. It's about truth. Sagittarius is about truth, the highest truth. And this energy is so potent right now for creating the new age of Aquarius. This is the start of the new age of Aquarius. What else we have going on is, like I said, Saturn is going into Capricorn. Why is this important on December 20th? Saturn in Capricorn is putting our dreams into reality, putting our dreams into form. Okay, Capricorn is the earth sign. It's bringing things into form and bringing our manifestations, bringing our truth into form, bringing our true love into form, bringing our true mission into form, bringing our true health into form. Okay, it's all about truth, and it's manifesting that into reality. And that's why Saturn is going to be so potent at this time. It's beyond words how almost every astrological aspect, planetary change, or numerological sequence right now is all pointing to the exact same vibrational level and healing right now. It's amazing. More on top of all of this, this new moon is the last supermoon of 3 consecutive supermoons. Supermoons is when the moon is closer to the earth than normal, and it emphasizes the energy of the moon. And so why is this the last moon? Well, it's the last moon of the year. And so it's just telling us how important this is right now, how these themes are so important right now, how it is that we need to get rid of these patriarchal behaviors, these old karmic patterns, you know, that we've re-looked over this Mercury retrograde, so we can finally move forward in our truth, our true love, our true mission, and our true health and well-being, our true goals, everything. And we're going to start manifesting these beautiful things coming into balance. Lastly, we have Uranus that is going to move direct in Aries on January 2nd. The day after, there will be a full moon in Cancer at 11 degrees on January 1st. Uranus in Aries moving direct also symbolizes finally seeing all the bad things, all the chaos, all the political problems, all the weather conditions and problems with our planet finally coming into focus. Aries is get it done, and it's moving direct. It means we're going to start taking action to cleaning up these problems, or these problems are going to start erupting even more until we finally do it, because it's now direct. It's no longer retrograde. There's just so much energy right now in the stars, in the moon cycles, in the planetary transits that are all showing us that we are healing the old. We are moving into a new era. We literally are reinventing our whole physical body, our whole physical planet, and it's going to be beautiful, truly. At a core level, It is a magnificent time for us to truly embody new beginnings for ourselves and see them manifest into form like we could have never imagined in our lives. It's a very magical time, and like having the holiday spirit around, it's, you know, a time of magic and joy and all that stuff. And I don't think it's a coincidence that we're ending the year with this type of lunation and these types of transits. It's really potent, it's really positive, and it's very healing. So, and especially so for any twin souls or soulmate couples right now, we have like this portal opening up until the eclipses of next year. So about March of next year, we have these lunation cycles of 11 and 26 ongoing. So we're going to see more and more twin soul couples coming together throughout the next few months. We have the winter solstice as well, December 21st. This is another potent time in a change of season or cycle on the planet. We all know what winter solstices are. It's the end of less light on the northern hemisphere and more light on the southern hemisphere. So it's just a potent time of transition overall for everybody and everything. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So I do recommend to anyone right now to journal their dreams, their goals, their wishes for the new year, because this new moon is like your new year kind of inspiration. Whatever you want to manifest for the new year, this new moon will be the most potent time for you to do so, and for you to release finally what it is no longer serves you, or what you realized no longer served you in 2017, to start the new year in 2018 fresh. So let's all focus on fresh starts, beautiful healing, light energy, upgrading the planet with the divine feminine, recalibrating, reharmonizing our bodies and the planet into her divine nature of blessed healings for everyone and blessed manifestations for everybody on the planet right now. So thank you for tuning into Starlight Wellness. I really hope this message helps you on your journey, and I wish you a lot of love and blessings and a lot of joy and peace for the holiday season. And of course, a beautiful new year ahead. And take the time to reflect whatever it is you want for this new year, because the time is now. Okay? Take care. Much love.
Tell me what you really like. Baby, I can take my time.